Welcome to Bear News. I'm Becca Heath. UNC students made their way through the University Center halls last week to attend the spring graduation fair. Undergraduate and graduate students and family members crowded around the graduation fair booths. All students were required to rent a cap and gown for the ceremony, while many students also ordered graduation announcements and pictures for their family. If any students ran into trouble, there were volunteers there to help. The fair brought anticipation to all graduating seniors. The ceremony will take place on May 10th.
Degree evaluations for incoming freshmen this fall has been revamped and made user-friendly for students. The Registrar's Office at UNC is working hard to create an easier tool for all students to check and plan out their four-year degree. For years, checking your degree status has been a paper checklist approved and discussed with an advisor. What most people don't know is that graduation evaluations have been available online for quite some time. Since most students don't know how to access this tool, the Registrar's Office is working to make the process easier than ever before. Bear News met with degree analysis Jen McDonald, and she gave the rundown on how the access to the tool on URSA. Workshops for the new degree works will be scheduled and announced this fall. As Black History Month continues, UNC had the opportunity to host a special guest that would illustrate the art behind hip-hop. Greeley local graffiti artist Zach Keys, also known as Slive, did a live demonstration on the south lawn of the University Center last Friday. The live art show helped to promote the I Am Hip Hop event taking place later on that night. This sped-up video shows how Slive took a large white canvas and transformed it into a work of art that displayed the letters U, N, and C in different styles of graffiti in the span of 2 hours. Although Slive wasn't happy with the finished result, students admired the artist as he worked as they walked by. He explained that the windy afternoon led to a lot of overspray of paint and that the lines weren't as crisp as they could have been. Despite the self-criticism, many people praised him for his work.
The performing arts students have been working several hours a day every week for their next big show. On the 5th of March, the Bears will have the pleasure to discover the exciting and dark story of Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street, and his strange pies. Under the watchful eye of the stage manager Margaret Heffernan, the director, the teachers of UNC School of Music, and the rest of the team, students rehearse Sweeney Todd. Only the costumes and the decorations are missing. The one prop that is already present is the murder weapon. The whole story actually revolves around this razor. Indeed, Sweeney Todd is not your normal barber. Played by theater major Marco Robinson, the dark character comes back to London after 15 years of exile. His desire of vengeance is stronger than ever after he finds out his wife poisoned herself. And guess how all those murdered bodies are recycled? Remember those pies we mentioned earlier? Mrs. Lovett takes care of them in her pie shop. This tale dates back to the 19th century, but the UNC theater team adapted the musical from the book by Hugh Wheeler and the music by Stephen Sondheim. If you're looking for a happy ending, this might not be the production for you. There's a lot of death. Even Sweeney Todd himself can't escape his destiny. The show will play on March 5th and March 8th at 7:30 and on March 9th at 2 p.m. at the Langworthy Theater in Fraser Hall.
For Black History Month, UNC students grabbed their paddles and headed to Turner Hall to show off their ping pong skills. This year's event was filled with pizza, prizes, and of course, ping pong. The event consisted of Black History Month trivia questions that players in the tournament would answer, and that would determine who gets to move on to the next round. I got the chance to speak to Elise Flores, a diversity mentor at Turner Hall.
And I was really excited to put on this program for Black History Month. It was a ping pong tournament, so it was about trivia that I taught the different students. And to enter the the tournament, you had to answer a question and then keep asking and answering questions throughout to win the championship and really cool prizes. And so it was all about Black History, which is pretty cool because February is Black History Month. And it was a lot of fun, a lot of good turnout, and it was really cool.
I also had the chance to speak to some of the students participating in the ping pong tournament.
Yeah, we're just having fun playing ping pong. Came out for a great event and good to promote social justice, good to know about your civil rights, and also have a fun time while doing it. So thank you to everyone who put this on.
And I came here because I like to support my friend Elise, who ended up setting this up, and thought ping pong would be kind of a fun thing to do. I'm not the best. My friend Brian over there, he's great. My friend Olive is awesome too, so I mean, they got more skills than I do, but it was fun to show up and, you know, support it for Black History Month.
Reporting from Turner Hall, I'm Carlton Lawrence, Bear News.
Listen up, pastry lovers, there's good news. Greeley has a delicious bakery you may not know about. Batter Up Cakes in downtown Greeley holds the title of the best bakery for 2013. This locally owned bakery was established in downtown Greeley in November of 2011. At this bakery, you will find delicious cakes, cupcakes, truffles, pies, and so much more. The atmosphere is relaxed and cozy inside, full of colorful and interesting paintings. Co-owner Jerry Jentz says they will have specialty coffees coming in April.
As the UNC men's basketball team still fights to stay the number 2 seed in the Big Sky standings, the NAU Lumberjacks hosted the Bears on Thursday, February 20th. The Bears gained momentum early in the game by having a 15-2 lead at one point. An unstoppable Tate Unruh totaled 24 points and shot 6 of 8 from beyond the arc. Derek Barton also made 3 of 3 from the 3. The Bears shot 29 of 47, or 61.7% from the field, while NAU only shot 47.8%. Both the defense and the offense for UNC stayed strong to give the Bears this much-needed 74-59 win. Could the Bears keep this momentum going against the Sacramento State Hornets 2 days later? Sacramento State gained a great amount of their own momentum to go into the halftime with a 37-26 lead. Jordan Wilson led UNC with 17 points, the only Bear to reach double figures in the night. The Hornets out-rebounded UNC 45-34. Micah McKinney of Sacramento State led all scorers with 29 points. A 31.1 field goal percentage from the Bears, the lowest they've had all season, versus Sacramento State's 48.1% is what determined this game. Final score, Hornets 79, Bears 58. The women's basketball team's defense put a stop on the Hornets' high-octane offense and captured a much-needed Big Sky Conference win to stay in the playoff hunt. UNC's plan was to use as much of the shot clock as they could and keep the possession time short for Sacramento. Here, the Bears take it down to 8 seconds before Stephanie Lee dishes to guard Molly Dean for the bucket. But the Hornets kept it close as lead scorer Gigi Hashef bounced a three-pointer to keep the score at 31-27 in favor of the Bears. The second half was a defensive-minded game as the Bears kept Sacramento State to their second lowest scoring output at 55. And with a few well-timed free throws, the Bears were composed down the stretch and won this Big Sky matchup 62-55. This season had its ups and downs for the women's basketball team, but the team still had an opportunity to get above 500 in conference play against Northern Arizona on February 22nd. The Bears were locked in a tight one during the first half, down by just 1 during halftime, but in the second half the women squandered any opportunity they had to gain the lead. Junior Stephanie Lee led the Bears with 17 points and contributed 3 assists and 3 blocks as well. Senior Kim Lockridge added 15 points to the UNC effort. Overall, the Bears shot a very respectable 49% from the floor, but the Lumberjacks shot a blistering 62%. NAU actually shot better from the three-point land, going 13 for 18. That's a 72% conversion rate. Final score, NAU 86, UNC 70.
It's time for our Pinterest Pick of the Week. Do you ever get those unexpected late-night cravings, especially during midterms? Well, if so, we have the perfect way to help you keep your sweet tooth satisfied without taking up too much space or money. Use a shoe organizer to store all of your favorite treats. Just don't forget to share with the rest of your roommates.
That's it for this episode of Bear News. We'll be back next week. Until then, stay up to date on our Facebook and Twitter page, Bear News 98.